Hello everybody and welcome back to another Spiritual Monday video with ElectraSoul. What's up y'all? I am very excited to talk about today's Spiritual Mondays video, spiritual topic, and what that topic is my own observation, and what that observation is the fact that so many people in this reality are listening to their intuitions, and I actually love it so freaking much because I've never seen so many people listening to their intuitions at this time. To me, that has always been something that I've done, thankfully, because I was born on that. Like, I was not raised to listen to my intuition, but I always knew to do that because anytime that I went against it, and believe me guys, I did so freaking many times when I was a child. I remember I would get like a really strong gut feeling about something and I would ignore it because I didn't want that to be true, whereas it was actually true. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that for everyone who's listening to their intuition, I am so freaking proud of everyone, because using your discernment is a very important factor and tool to be used within your reality, because that is what's going to help guide you within this reality. So yeah, honestly, today I just want to talk about how happy I am that people are listening to their intuitions. And honestly, if y'all need any kind of help to listen to your intuition as well, I would be more than happy to give y'all some tips, and I'm gonna definitely do that. But besides that, like I was stating, I'm just really happy to see how many people are choosing to listen to what they feel on the inside, as opposed to kind of just, I don't want to say rewriting the truth, because at the end of the day, I am a law of assumptioner. Like, I do consciously manifest what I want, and I do believe in rewriting things. Like, I believe in having things your way, because you definitely can have it your way. But for me, I am also somebody who is very spiritually conscious. Okay, so what that means for me is that, let's say for example, I'm out at like a bar, which I don't even go out to bars or anything like that, but like, let's say I go out to a bar, and let's say that we meet somebody. I say we, like me and a friend or something. Like, let's say that we meet somebody, and this person that comes up to us, I kind of get a weird vibe from them. Okay, so that right there is something that I'm actually gonna take with me. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh no, like let's see what happens. No, bitch, absolutely not. If I feel differently about something and I see it, I'm just gonna listen to it, because I know how I feel. And I know for myself, there have been so many opportunities in my life where I have been told something, like I've been feeling something in my heart, in my soul, in my discernment. It's basically telling me exactly what I feel. I would listen to it. You know, I would choose to listen to those things, and then things would just always end up going a lot better for me than I felt like they would have if I had listened any other way. But at the same time, again, I also do assume the best out of everything. So I assume that no matter what choice I would have made, it would have been great anyway. But because I chose to listen to my soul in that moment, I just feel like I manifested the very best case scenario for myself. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, for myself, you know, like I stated, when I was a kid, there were plenty, oh my god, I have stories for years. Like, I kid y'all not, I have so many things that have happened to me where it's like I just so went against my intuition, because again, at the time, keep in mind, I was not on the law of assumption wave. I did not understand what it was for me to consciously manifest what I wanted, because I just thought that certain things were fixed like that. But obviously, even though that wasn't the total truth at the time, of course, me listening to my intuition would have definitely served me the best at those times. So, you know, I would ignore my intuition, and then it just would like kind of backfire on me in a way. But even then, I would know. I'd be like, okay girl, like listen to yourself next time. You knew that this was gonna happen, or you knew that you felt differently about this. And that all happening to me, especially throughout my teen years, has shown me so much of what it is and how important it is for y'all to listen, or for, you know, for me to listen to my intuition, but for y'all to do the same exact things for yourselves. Because honestly, one of the biggest things that I've also noticed within the last years, before I've noticed that so many people are listening to their intuition, love that for them, is that there would be a lot of times where I would have people in my life who second guess the fuck out of themselves constantly. I mean, they would feel something about something, and I would be like, oh, that's your intuition, listen to it. And they would be like, nah, whatever. Yeah, it literally is. And then every single time, you would just kind of see how things would play out for them, and they would even admit it themselves, like, I should have listened to myself, I should have listened to what I felt. And it's nothing to feel shame over, by the way guys. Like, never feel bad about you not listening to something, or I could have done this differently or anything. You know, I just feel like it's not that big of a deal ever, because even with those things, they still end up working out for you. But I will say, of course, I mean, it is always like a very kind of push to get you to really understand that you should be listening to what you feel is right in your heart and in your soul. So, you know, with everybody else, I want y'all to understand, when it comes to you listening to your intuition, the biggest thing that you should be doing is just listening to that first initial gut feeling that you have once you feel something about anything. Okay, it could be about a person, a thing, a situation, tomorrow, yesterday, okay? Whatever. It could be about anything with your pet, literally everything. Think about everything in this universe. You will have some sort of kick about it. Like you will have some sort of gut feeling about it, okay? Some sort of discernment will come through. You will feel it usually always in your gut, bro. Like I kid y'all not, dead ass, near your belly button. And that's also where the sacral chakra is, which is the third chakra in the chakra system. So that one right here, down here, you can't really see it, but yes, near your belly button, you're gonna feel that pressure in your stomach and you're gonna know, okay, this is definitely telling me something. What do you do in that moment? You listen to it. I don't care how beautiful something seems. I don't care how wonderful this thing appears to be. I don't care anything. And keep in mind, yes, this is coming from a law of assumptioner and that still applies, but regardless of those things, please understand, if you feel differently about something, take what you're seeing and run with it, and then later on think about all the other stuff, okay? Get yourself into safety first in whichever way, shape, or form that may be. I'm not saying that y'all are in danger, of course, but you know what I mean. Get yourself to the safest point that you can possibly be at with security in yourself, and then if you want to say anything else later, like, okay, if I want to manifest this differently, I want to do this differently, focus on that later. But right here, get yourself to that safe spot and point, okay? So let's say that you're out with friends, okay, and this one person that you don't know has joined the group and they're talking about all their tea and all their business, okay? You peeped, they're kind of a blabbermouth, right? They're telling you all of their business and all of their friends' businesses that you don't even know. Like you don't know their friends, so you assume that it's a safe bet. You think like, okay, well, I don't know this person's friends, and I mean, they are telling us their businesses, but I mean, it's probably just because we're hanging out, you know? So you decide to go against your gut instinct, which your gut instinct is telling you, don't say anything about your personal business to this person because you don't know this person, you don't trust this person naturally. You just don't feel like you trust them, okay? But you say, nah, I want to keep the peace. I want things to be cool. I'm gonna just tell them my business because nothing's gonna happen. Like they don't know anyone that I know besides the friend that I'm with right now, and they're not gonna say anything, obviously, so it's cool. So you tell them your business. Oh my god, and it's about a guy, okay? So you're telling them all about this guy. You went on this date last week. You actually really like him, but there's some weird things about him, whatever. Turns out it's that guy's roommate. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, exactly. That right there. That's where that discernment comes in, because it's so funny how these things work. It actually does work that way. I will tell y'all for myself. I've seen things happen like that. Not for me, thank God, not for me, but I've seen it happen with other people. And even with those other people, I mean, they always end up okay, but they always seem to learn a hard lesson in that. You know what I'm saying? Like they end up learning, okay, I guess I should really listen to my intuition because fuck, I knew that I shouldn't have, but I did, but it's okay. You know, like make the most out of it, assume the best out of it, let it manifest in your highest favor anyway. But that gut feeling that you initially felt, take it and run with it. If you are about to get into your Uber and you don't like the vibe of your Uber, get another Uber. I don't care if it's inconvenient, quote unquote, if, oh, I already spent the money, oh my god, it's waiting for me, I'm gonna be late, but excuse, that's all I'm hearing. No, listen to your way, listen to your gut feeling, listen to how you feel on the inside, and keep on going in that direction, because you're not being paranoid unless you actually think, okay, wait, no, I'm definitely being paranoid. Like, you know that you're being paranoid, that is different, but you always know the difference between your intuition and you being paranoid. There is an enormous difference, because you being paranoid feels very forced, you know, like you feel like, no, I'm literally doing too much, like I'm overthinking this too hard. No, okay, with your discernment, it's going to tell you very naturally, very cleanly, very just in your face like that. You're just going to know, like you're just gonna know these things. And this doesn't just go with other people, you know, in case scenarios like I've stated with this person that you were gossiping to, the Uber, okay. This also goes for if you don't want to go out one night. Let's say that you're in bed and your homegirl is like, let's go out tonight. Oh my gosh, oh wait, that's another person. But even then, no, the action is of you leaving the house. Don't leave the house if you don't feel like you want to leave the house. Even if someone's begging you, come, it's gonna be so much fun, I'm in bed, come please, oh my god, okay. But you feel wrong about it. Like you feel in your heart, you're like, I don't feel like I belong out, but like I'm gonna go for her because I really care about her and her feelings. Listen, it's you first, okay? No matter what it is, your gut feelings will always come through to tell you the truth, and you best believe, you really better believe that no matter what it is always going to be completely honest with you, because it has always been completely honest with me. Even at times that I completely ignored it, oh baby, it always came through for me, and it very much always told me my truth. And I took that truth and I always learned to now run with it. For example, now, because one of the biggest things that I used to do, let's say in most recent years, the biggest thing that I would go against my intuition with was the nature of certain people. So in this case, for myself, what I would do is I would see the absolute best in everyone and everything, and that's fine. It usually would really manifest in my highest favor anyway. But the thing about me is I'm the kind of person person where I will feel you out first. Like, let's see if you're even worth that. You get me? If you're worth me assuming the best out of, so that we can have the best time together. Like, are you worthy of being in my area like that, of being around me like that? Let's see. So the biggest thing that I would do is that I would think about these people and I would think, okay, yeah, something's a little strange about him and her, but it's okay, like whatever. I feel like they're good people anyway. But then something would always end up happening because I would feel initially that something was up with this person. So that right there was something that I would honestly give a huge benefit of the doubt with for a long time in my reality. Even friends that I would have, oh my god, it's like crazy. I would cut off someone and then, for example, like this one person, I cut off this person and then she like totally 180'd on me after I cut her off. And it's almost like one of those situations where it makes you want to say, I should have cut you off like a long ass time ago. But no, I just learned to understand from that I was never wrong about anything ever again, you know? Like, my intuition was always right about this person, about these things. So let me not ever doubt myself about anything else in the future ever again. So I never would. And then everything would always turn out in my highest favor anyway, because the way that I see it is that if I'm listening to my intuition, I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always gonna get what I want. Everything's gonna be great. And it always would turn out that way for me because I was listening to my soul. I wasn't making excuses and trying to see things in a different light, which of course you definitely can. But for me, I'm very strict, y'all. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I am a Capricorn. Like, I don't play games. I will cut you off in a heartbeat, and it's not personal. It's usually not personal unless it is personal, but even then, it's just because I have to do what's best for me. Like, that's just it, you know? So my intuition will tell me certain things and I just have to listen to it. And every single time that I do, I always get blessed in return. And that is the exact same thing that I want for y'all, because we all deserve that kind of energy. We all deserve to be living as the best versions of ourselves that we could possibly be. And that will always be thanks to our intuition coming through to tell us what the tea is about a certain thing, a certain event, a certain anything. And that's just it. Like, really, guys, understand that listening to your discernment, it's gonna get you a long and far way in this reality. I'm so happy. Like, y'all don't even understand for real, because this is something that I've always had in my mind. But, you know, I've recently started seeing so many people that are actually listening to these things. And I am seeing so many people that are actually listening to their discernment, where they feel like something is up, something is not how it should be, quote unquote, for them or for a certain thing, and they listen to it and then everything turns out okay or even perfect for them, because that is what's supposed to happen for them. That makes me feel so good to know. It makes me feel so good because I feel like everyone has their shit handled. I don't like to feel like people don't have things under control in a way. I know that everyone has that power within them, but because they're actually using that gives me a lot of relief for myself, because I'm like, all right, people are listening to their intuition. That makes me really happy. I'm glad to know that people are taking care of themselves. That's what it is that I care a lot about people taking care of themselves, because that's what you have to do. You know, like, I'm not going to be there with you every single time you make a decision. I'm not going to be there with you every single time your gut feeling is telling you something. I'm not going to be there to say, listen to it or don't listen to it or whatever. I'm always going to say, listen to it, of course, but I'm not going to be there to make that decision for you. You have to do it yourself. I mean, you can always listen to me in your head. I'm always there for you, but definitely understand this is a choice that you have to make for you. And if it's not you, then what are you doing? I mean, hello, y'all know better than that, and y'all absolutely always freaking do. Listen to your intuition, listen to your soul, listen to what you know is the truth for yourself, and just trust that everything is gonna be okay, because it absolutely is freaking already okay, okay? Thank you. May God bless y'all always, my love. Thank y'all so much for tapping and tuning in today's video. Yes, if you see this video, it is definitely meant for you. Listen even harder to your intuition. Trust your gut, trust how you feel, trust everything that you know you got going on, because it's always going to turn out in your highest favor. I'll give y'all a really quick little example. For example, for myself, when I didn't listen to my intuition, okay, so I already mentioned this in a recent video. I can't remember the exact name of it right in this very second, but in that video, I remember that I said that I used to affirm and manifest to have like so many followers, so many subscribers, so many like traction things on the internet, right? I used to want those things because I used to think that if I had those things, for one, it would definitely make me successful, but two, I would think that, okay, yeah, like I'm getting somewhere. You know, it was like an ego boost in a way, but it was not intended to be seen that way. I didn't see those things and think, oh yeah, my ego's gonna get boosted. I just thought to myself, okay, yeah, you know, it obviously means I'm doing something right. But at the end of the day, I learned, you know, my intuition at the time was even telling me that's not what you really want. Like, you don't actually want to have a whole bunch of subscribers, a whole bunch of followers. Like, you don't actually want those things. What you want is a connection, okay? So it took me years to understand that I actually wanted a connection with everybody and not just to have this kind of subscriber follower based thing, because to me it feels a bit shallow on my behalf, for me, not for everyone, but for me, because I don't see y'all as subscribers. I don't see y'all as followers. I see you guys as like people who take my advice, you know, people that I'm helping. You guys to me are like supporters, and I support y'all too. Like, this is an equal thing. So I learned throughout the years that I was definitely ignoring my intuition, because I used to think very much that I wanted those things, and I would very much side with them. You know, I'd sit there and be like, yeah, this is what I want. I'm manifesting it. And you know, it worked. Like, it definitely worked, but it's just not what I wanted. Like, what I actually wanted in my soul, again, was to have a connection. So once I stopped listening to what I thought I wanted and started listening to my intuition, everything changed for me, because I learned to see it all as something that was making me way happier than anything else. And then the success manifested even stronger than ever before. Okay, so just like that, you know, with my intuition in that case, it probably was just telling me this would be a lot more enjoyable for you if you perceived it where it's just supporters, and everything would come together a lot faster because you trust that more than anything else. And I really did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I trusted my intuition on the fact that I didn't want something that my ego wanted, honestly, but not my soul. My soul wants this. I'm listening to my soul. Now everything's going much better than ever expected. Not even about the supporter thing. It's not about that. What it's about is the fact that everything in my reality has pushed me to listen to my intuition about everything. A lot of things that I thought that I wanted, I don't want anymore. Like, for real. Like, things that I swore by, I'm telling you right now, things that my ego was like, that looks nice, I want that. I don't want it. Like, I literally don't want it, because that's not what my soul really wants. So now that I'm listening to my soul, everything feels so much better for me. I feel so much, like, honestly, just better. I just feel so much stronger in my reality. I feel more empowered, more powerful. I feel more in control. I said empowered. That's funny, okay, because they both mean the same thing. But yes, I feel like the best version of myself that I could possibly be right here in this very moment. And that to me is an enormous blessing that I have made happen for me. Okay, guys? So please understand and remember to listen to your own intuition for you, because you all deserve the absolute best. We all deserve to be very happy. We all deserve to have everything that we say that we do have. I promise you guys, everything in your reality is still manifesting for you, no matter what intuition you're listening to. But believe me when I say things will only continue to get even better as you are listening to your intuition, because it's not like manifesting or intuition, one or the other. No, use your intuition to manifest what you want, you know, accordingly, and let it be really healthy for you, because it's going to be amazing as it already is. All right, then that's honestly exactly what I've done for my channel and everything else. Like, everything that I post and talk about online, these are all intuitive based things. I do everything that I want to do. I don't care about what receives this, what gets more attention. I don't care about traction. Like, I care about my happiness first and foremost, and I care about helping people, so I'm gonna do that. And that right there has made me the most peaceful version of myself that I am right now, and it's only going to continue to get better for me, because that's what I intend, and because that's what my intuition is telling me, and it is very, very, very freaking true. If I did not listen to my intuition, I would not be a figure skater, and believe me guys, that was something that I just chose. I knew that I wanted it, I went in on it, and that was it, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I figure skate every single day. It's a huge part of my life. You already know this because I've mentioned it multiple times, but it is an enormous part of my life. I freaking love figure skating, and that's just something that will always be there for me, because I have that much confidence and security in myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this, I feel it intuitively, it's done, so it is, and it's only going to continue to get better from here, and that's it. All right then, my love. May God bless y'all always. Please take care, everyone. Thank you guys for everything. Continue listening to your intuition. Continue doing what you love to do while knowing that it's all working out for you, and just let that discernment speak for itself, because it always freaking will. Period. God bless y'all. Please take care, everyone, again. Bye.